In the previous module, we explored the MetaTrader insert menu. In this module, we're going to explore the charts menu. And before we get started, I'm going to simply maximize the euro dollar US dollar chart here. You could do the same as you follow along. And let's go through. All right, objects. The objects are going to be such things as the arrows and horizontal lines, etc. In fact, I'll do a quick example. Here's a horizontal line. I'll place a line there, and as we go in the object submenu, we can click here and give us a list of the objects, and there's that particular object. And you'll notice something here too. As you hover over, you see that that horizontal line has an identifier of 34,695. Objects list here, 34,695. The identifiers are there so that you keep the ones you want and don't accidentally erase the wrong type of object that you have on the chart. To delete that, we could click that button, or we can pop back up here, delete last. Should take that off since it was the last one. It was the only one that was there. Let's move down further, and as you can see, in each of the menu items here, there's also some hotkeys. Alt-1 for bar chart. We'll click that, and there's a simple bar chart, open, high, low, close. Alt-2 for candlesticks. You can use Alt-2, or you can go to chart, scroll down. Line chart. Line chart's typically done with the closing price only. It gives you different perspectives, and that's why the variety of charts is laid out like that. We'll go back to our initial default of candlesticks here. Okay. Foreground chart, or you could set it as a background chart. Now you can see that won't do anything initially, but if you set it as a foreground chart, which is the standard, this means that the indicators will be on the chart as well. That if you set it as a, if you click this and you go to non-foreground, that means the indicators will be up front rather than behind. And looking at it, it doesn't seem like it makes very much difference. In fact, let's take a horizontal line here. Okay. And let's change the foreground to a background chart. Okay. You see here that it, over here, that the line is on top of the chart essentially. So we'll move this back to the default there, and we can go back to delete last, as we did in our objects list, and we can move down further here to periodicity. This is a fun one. We can move the charts to different periods, 1 minute up to the big picture monthly, and lots of different places in between, as you can see right here. And there are numbers of ways to do that. You could do this on this particular toolbar as well. We had it set at 4 hours, so we'll stay there with that one. All right, this one is going to be very useful for you. These are templates. Now, say for instance you wanted to create a new template. So let's just set this up, and let's say we had a horizontal line, and we put the horizontal line there. Go to charts, templates. What else do we want to do? Let's see, what will I want to add? No, let's set this as a bar chart. And I don't want to jump ahead here. Let me show you. Let's save the template. And you're asked to name the template once that pops up, and we'll call it new template 1. And we'll save that template. Okay, now let's go back to the objects list, go back to candlesticks, go up here to objects, delete the last. Let's go down to templates and click on new template 1, and all of our settings are saved, horizontal line as well as chart type. This is especially useful when you are doing such things as, well, just about anything really. You can set these up and you can go along and you can set up templates for actually pretty much anything you want. We'll go here to the next chart. Let's apply the template there. New template 1. Now you see it applies the template here, okay, and turns this into a bar chart. Now if we had a moving average or any other indicator on here, this would be listed here as well. The horizontal line, of course, is at a whole different level because the price is here on a whole different level. So templates are very, very useful. And if we take this, say for instance, and we go down here and we say we want to save this as with this MACD, moving average convergence divergence, we want to save that particular type of chart setup as a template. We can save that and we can call that something. We have to make a name, template 2. Now you'll notice something that I do here, and that's I keep the name continuous. That doesn't mean that you can't put dashes in there as well. You can do that as well if you wish. That's no problem at all. So new template 2. Okay, so let's go up here to the pound and let's apply new template 2. There we have it. Same indicator, same setup, everything all will apply to a completely different chart. You can see the power in this. What we're going to do is pop back here and we're going to move on from templates, but here's one thing we'll do is we'll set some templates up for some further studies, and we'll save a profile now that we're in templates. But first I'm going to move further down and we're going to work through the rest of this menu, and then we're going to come back to the templates because there's some information we need to cover there. Okay, refresh just brings all your data up to date. Grid, you can turn the grid, I'm going to maximize that. You can turn that grid on and off. Go to the object. I'm just going to take this horizontal line off. You turn the grid on and off. You can also set up so volume is visible if you use volume in your studies. You can turn auto scroll on and off. And that's auto scroll off, auto scroll on. It pops back and sets it up so that the rightmost part of the chart goes to the most current price. Okay, so here we go. Chart shift. You can move it away from here if you want to see, you want space in here to look at where the price will be going. Gives you more space there. And you can set that, you can change that basically by moving this particular line. And you see the little arrow up here to move that line. So we'll move chart shift back to standard. Zoom in. And get a little closer in on the charts. You could do the same thing with the plus or minus keys here. Zoom out. I'm hitting the minus key to zoom out. You can see that happening. Now I'm hitting the plus key to zoom in. Okay. Let's go back here. Okay. Alrighty, now I'm going to turn off auto scroll so you can see what step by step means. F12, step by step. Look at the rightmost part of the chart here. You see how that goes? Now, that's a tedious way of doing it, going to the charts menu and going through it, clicking that each time. So you can just go up and hit F12, hit F12, hit F12, hit F12, hit F12. This is a great way to step through the data and see what is going to happen next. So if you're doing a study, and say we're looking at breakouts of supports and resistance, we can step through and we can see right here that the price is going sideways. It's formed a channel in between here. Again, we can chat about this type of thing later, but that we have a breakout here. It's just a great way to kind of practice too and see ahead of time which types of chart patterns lead to the types of significant moves, which lead to the types of profit that you're looking for. I'm going to go back and I'm going to set this on auto scroll. Okay. We've gone through step by step. Now let's go through some properties. Click on properties. Okay, properties of this particular chart. There are three default, at least in the current version of MetaTrader, default color schemes. The one that we see is the first default, the green on black. There's a yellow on black. You can see right there. Click that, it turns yellow on black. And let's go back to, I want to go back to candlesticks here. That was our standard. You can also reach properties by simply hitting the F8 key, like this. And there's black on white. Okay. Let's see how that works. Black on white. Okay. Now, what we'd like to do here is let's set up a candlestick chart. We're going to modify this particular chart, and then we're going to save it as a template. Almost got tongue-tied. Save it as a template and be able to use that template whenever we want. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off with this color scheme, and then we're going to modify this to set up the types of candles the way we want them. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to go here to bull candle, and we want the bull candle to be green. You can see the colors, a little prompt pops up there. So click green for that, for the bull candle. Now the bear candle's set up as black, and we want that to be red. So scroll down and left click your mouse on red, and here's the result. Now what I did is I just hit the plus key to enlarge that. Now you can see the border around there is black, and let's remove that border, and this is what we'll do. We'll change that bar up border to green to match the up candlestick, and we'll change the bar down border to red to match the bearish candlestick. And there you go. Hit plus again. Nice, pretty candlesticks. And a nice move up there too. So this is what we want to do. Let's go here, charts, template, save template. I've already created this one, but you go through and name it candlesticks 1, like this. See, if it's already in there, it'll tell you that it exists, and do you want to replace it? I've created this ahead of time, so yes, I want to replace it. You won't see this because you'll just be creating candlesticks1.tpl for the first time. And there we go. Okay, so that's how that chart looks with all the other ones there. Now, I'll show you how to apply this template. How easy it is to apply a template in general to any chart. Scroll down to template, go down to candlesticks 1. There we go. Scroll down to template, go down to candlesticks 1. There we go. All set up nicely. Now, let's pop back over here, go to profiles, and save the profile. Candlestick profile 1. Okay, so we'll pop back over, go to profiles. There's our default. Let's pop back over. We want candlestick profile 1. There's candlestick profile 1, all set up for us and ready to go. You could do this with any number of templates, set templates up any way you want for specialized studies, and this way you don't have to recreate your favorite settings manually each and every time you're in front of your screen and ready for your trading day. And that concludes our charts menu module. Thank you very much. Next we'll be covering the tools menu.